All right, Reverend Woodbury, can you tell us what is the Justice Tour?
The Justice First Tour is a tour that will be going throughout the South in order to let people know that we need to move away from being siloed and segmented and make our work more intersectional so that we can have greater impact on issues that affect us all.
All right, and why is the tour important?
Tour is important because at this time in our history where so many people and communities are divided, we know that there's one issue that unites us all, irregardless of whether we're talking about immigration, if we're talking about gender, if we're talking about economics, or we're talking about the environment. We're all seeking justice, and that's the one thing that unites us all.
All right. What groups are involved in this tour? And then repeat back the question. So what groups are involved in this tour?
What groups are involved in
No, to say the groups that are involved in the tour. I'm sorry.
The groups that are involved in the tour are groups that primarily the primary host organizations are the Sierra Club Ready for 100, Dogwood Alliance, New Alpha Community Development Corporation, but we also work with a host of organizations in each state, a minimum of 20 to 30 organizations each state that are either state or local organizations.
Okay, so how are economic justice, racial justice, environmental justice, or gender equality connected?
They're all connected because if you are a woman who cannot get paid the same salary that a man does, you then have less resources in order to take care of your family. And because you have fewer resources to take care of your family, you may not have the money to develop your own business or to live in a house in a safer community and become a first-time homeowner. Or your child might be impacted because that single mother cannot get the child the things that they need, and in order to supplement their income, that child may become involved in illegal activities and then become a victim of the prison industrial complexes. So no matter how we look at any situation in which injustice is rooted, we see that there are also other factors and other repercussions that come into play and therefore connect various issue areas.
What inspired you to start this tour?
Well, what inspired me to start this tour is actually doing work in the community and realizing that when we were working on mentoring or if we were working on housing or all these other issue areas, that we found out that there was a connection. And so we found out, for example, that whether or not we were talking about people who suffer, minorities who suffer health disparities or economic disparities or those sort of things, that they were all interconnected and all rooted in a lack of justice in communities.
What is unique about this?
And what is unique about this is that we're building a big tent that all organizations, irregardless of their issue areas, can work under this big tent, because every single organization, every single issue that's being addressed is seeking one thing: justice and equity for their constituents, for their community, for their nation, and for this world. And so instead of being siloed and segmented, we have a big tent everyone can come under, and we're building a platform that will make everybody's work more powerful and more impactful.